Deep within the sacred verses of Rig Veda, there exist gods who have long been overshadowed by the more famous deities we know today. These ancient figures, with their unique powers, hidden stories, and timeless wisdom, have quietly faded into the mists of forgotten history. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of Vedic India to rediscover 5 forgotten gods, each carrying a story that time tried to erase. So let's begin. In the silent space between one breath and the next, in the shadow that quietly follows every living being, there waits a king, not of crowns or empires, but of destinies. His name is Yama. Yama, born of Vivasvat, the radiant sun god, and Sanjana, the goddess of awareness, became the first mortal to die. But for Yama, death was not an ending. It was a beginning, crossing into the unknown. Yama became the lord of the afterlife, the first soul to walk the path no living creature had dared before. And from that moment on, every soul that leaves this world follows in his footsteps. He is known by many names: Dharmaraj, king of justice; Pretraj, king of spirits. But Yama is not cruelty. He is the judge, seated on his throne of truth in the underworld palace of Kalichi, guarded by 2 fierce hounds and served by spectral attendants and the silent scribe Chitragupt, who records the deeds of every soul. When a soul arrives before him, their life story is read aloud from the great celestial ledger, the Agrisandhani. And then Yam speaks. 3 paths open before the soul. And ascend to the heavens. 2, return to earth to live again. Fall into the 21 hells, each darker and harsher than the last. Yes, Yam is feared, but he is also respected, for he judges not with anger, but with pure righteousness. So remember, friends, when your last breath fades, you will walk the path Yam first walked, and before his throne, your story will be heard. Prepare well, because Yam forgets nothing. Friends, before gods were named, before time itself took its first breath, there was a creator whose hands shaped the universe from pure light. His name was Tvashtr. Tvashtr is often seen as the divine engineer who didn't just craft objects but wove life itself into being. He built the gods' mighty weapons, their celestial palaces, and even new worlds teeming with life. In the ancient hymns of the Vedas, Tvashtr is praised as the firstborn, the visible force behind all creation. It was Tvashtr who forged the mighty Vajra, the thunderbolt weapon of Indra. When Indra killed Tvashtra's son Vishwaroop, Tvashtr in his fury created Vritra, the great serpent of drought and darkness, so powerful it shook even the heavens. So the next time you look up at the stars, remember, it was Tvashtra's chisel that carved that marvel into being. Friends, in the shimmering dawn of creation, before kingdoms rose and stars found their names, rode two radiant brothers, eternal, golden, and divine, the Ashvins. Born of Surya and Sanjana, the twin gods Dasara and Nasatya became the healers, heroes, and horsemen of the divine. They are not just twins, they are the embodiment of duality. Light and shadow. Healing and destruction. Heaven and earth. In them, opposites find balance. That's why the Ashvins often appear to those standing between life and death. Abandoned warriors on battlefields, sages longing for lost youth, old women crying out for help. They symbolize transformation. And the timeless power of renewal. Forever young, impossibly beautiful, the Ashvins race across the sky each morning, mending the wounds of gods and mortals alike. They lift the fallen, restore the forgotten, and breathe life back into the broken. To the weary and the wounded, they are salvation. To the gods, they are a reminder that true strength is empty without compassion. And to us, they are a symbol that even light has a twin. And in embracing duality, we find balance. Friends, before thunder rumbled across the skies, before the clash of titans like Indra filled the heavens with noise, there was a deeper silence, older than sound, older than time itself. And watching over it all was a god from the shimmering depths. His name was Varuna. In the ancient Vedic age, when prayers were carved into the air and gods moved through the forces of nature, Varuna ruled not through war, but through wisdom. He was the guardian of the oceans, the overseer of the vast skies, and the upholder of Rita, the cosmic law that holds the stars in their courses and binds all living beings to their destinies. Where other gods wielded weapons and thunderbolts, Varuna carried a noose, not to destroy, but to restrain chaos, to bring the unrighteous back into harmony. And his eyes, they missed nothing. like the noonday sun piercing the depths of the sea. His gaze saw through the oceans, through the clouds, through the hearts of men. No secret was safe. No lie could escape. To stray from the path of truth was to find yourself caught in Varun's silent grasp. Yet, he was not feared as a tyrant. He was revered as a just and patient guardian. But as time moved on and the world became louder, filled with the wars and victories of newer gods, Varun's quiet presence began to fade. The hymns of the Rig Veda grew distant, and the god of balance slowly disappeared from temples and from memory. Yet the law he watched over, Rita, remains unbroken, invisible but ever present. Varun reminds us that true power is often silent, that the universe is held together by unseen laws, and that real justice is not born from anger, but from eternal balance. He is the calm of the oceans, the clarity of the skies, the still voice of conscience. And though forgotten by many, Varun is never truly gone. In the vast sky of Vedic mythology, where gods shine as constellations and stars whisper secrets from ages past, there walks a quiet golden figure, often overlooked, yet always present. His name is Pushan. Pushan is the divine guide, the keeper of paths, and the guardian of travelers. Born to Kashyap and Aditi, he is one of the 12 radiant Adityas, the solar gods who illuminate the heavens. With braided hair and a gentle beard, he holds a golden scepter and rides a chariot pulled not by horses but by rams. These rams represent the constellation Mesh Rashi, Aries, clearing the winter sky at dawn, just ahead of the sun god, Surya. Pushan is the god of journeys, protector of roads, and the comforting hand that guides both the living and the departed safely through life and beyond. While other gods wage battles and command thunder, Pushan's role is softer, yet no less vital. He ensures our paths cross, governing those invisible moments where destinies meet, where friendships begin, where journeys lead to reunions and gentle goodbyes. But as centuries passed, his quiet glow dimmed beneath louder voices. Surya outshone him, Indra's thunder overshadowed him. Agni took the flames of spiritual rites, and even Ganesha became guardian of the roads Pushan once protected. In a tragic moment, Pushan lost his teeth during Shiva's fury at Daksha's yagna. His broken teeth soared into the heavens, becoming stars in the Milky Way. Ever since, he accepts offerings of only curd and soft foods, a gentle reminder of humility among the divine. So remember Pushan, not for great battles, but for the paths he clears, the meetings he quietly arranges, and the gentle guidance he gives. He is the reason we reach our destinations, and the quiet assurance that we never travel alone.